And you know what? Let's even throw the man away. Let's not even talk about the man. Let's just talk about you. When you become the best version of you for you under God, you shine different. You are different. You love yourself different. You're allowed to be unapologetic. And I don't want unapologetic to be confused with rude or disrespectful, but unapologetic in the way where biases, judgments, outside norms, environment, they can't change the way you feel about you, because your integrity and barometer with self and God is so strong that you're willing to be an outsider. You're willing to be like, yo, I love that for you, but that's not the case for me. And when you can live inside of your truth, oh my God, life is just, it's like the Claritin commercial. It's like a whole new world. It's a whole different thing. What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of It's Giving. I am your host, Sarah Fontenot, and if you have not yet, please hit that button below, get subscribed, hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. Now, today, we are diving in. We've been guesting, we've been soloing, we've been doing all the things that you guys have asked us for, so we're going to dive into some dope questions and videos today. But before we do, we got to give it up for Shot by Anissa on the mic. What's up, baby girl?
Hey, Sarah.
How you doing? Oh, we playing videos already. She's excited, y'all. We got Who is Kenny V over here, creative director. What's up?
Let's go.
Let's get it. So, guys, without further ado, Anissa.
Yes, Sarah.
Are you ready?
Yes, Sarah.
Why she say that like she my mama?
Because, man, this stupid phone.
It's okay. You're getting prepared. I
was
am
going
prepared.
to all of the questions that we have so many of them.
Yes. And Kenny has some questions too. So I don't know how you need to get those ones from him too.
Oh.
All right, great. All right, here we go. Let's dive straight in. Hit me with a good one. I want a good one off top.
I saw a good one.
Okay.
Someone said, what are some qualities that make what are some qualities that make females more masculine regardless of financial income?
Ooh, that is a great question. What are some qualities that make females more masculine outside of financial ability? That's essentially the question.
Yes.
When you're brash, when you're aggressive, when you are a little more cold, when you're super decisive, masculinity is not only tied to financial gain. I know that a lot of people most times think that, oh, you make the money, that means you're masculine. Well, no, masculinity is a set of traits. In fact, why don't we actually go to the internet and get a really good idea? Y'all know I will head straight to Google. Okay.
Straight to the Google.
Google masculine traits. It's funny that it says masculine traits in a man, but we all have masculinity and femininity. Like, it's duality. It's not gender specific. It's energy specific. But it says characteristics that are traditionally associated with men, such as strength, independence, and leadership. However, not all men conform to these traits. Very, very true. Okay. Assertive, self-reliance, aggression, bravery, leadership, physical strength, stoicism, unconditional physical toughness, courage, dominance, assertiveness. It's very much like cut and dry. And oftentimes when you are that way, when you are decisive, when you are clear, when you are aggressive, when you are assertive, you're more successful monetarily speaking, which is the tangible way of seeing masculinity.
So my question to you is, because women are inherently more masculine if they're in the working force, right?
Very true.
Does that mean that those women don't deserve masculine men because they project masculinity more outrightly than their femininity?
I love that question. And I think that those women need to learn how to take off their masculine armor when they come home, and they can have any masculine man that they want. But it's one thing if you're at work in the workforce and you're doing your big one, you're achievement oriented, you're getting it done. I mean, hey, I'm that way in the workforce. You guys know how it is to work with me. I'm very much like friend hat off, work hat on, right?
Sure.
So when I'm working, but when I'm in the world, it's love gumball drops and lollipops. It's very much, hey, let's do this. It's very much laughter. It's very much flow. It's very much, hi. It's very much little girl. It's very much mystery. These are all feminine traits in the world. But when I'm at work, I'm in my masculine. When I'm home around my friends, around my man, I'm in my feminine.
So how does one make that switch? What is the, like, how does a woman train herself to be within that flow? Like, how do you gain that? Because that, I understand, because I see it all the time.
With me, you mean?
Yes, with you,
okay.
for sure. You're definitely like friend hat on.
Yeah.
Friend hat off.
Right.
Y'all, Sarah is a trip in real life. You know?
Touche.
And coming from somebody who has to be, who flows in that masculine armor a lot, because I'm an entrepreneur as well.
Mm-hmm.
How does one learn how to have that level of flow?
Well, one, it's awareness. Two, it's safety. Women are only in their masculine when they feel like they have something to protect, right? That's a masculine trait. If you're not falling into your femininity, it means you're allowing the world to keep you hard instead of soft. When people say soft life, to me, what I see when I think of soft life, I'm thinking of you're in your feminine. Soft means flow. It means allowance. It means surrender. So you have to be aware of the fact of like, where am I jumping ahead to fill in the words instead of the soft actions that support? And they're really minor differences, but the small things are really the big things. So for you to be able to switch from masculine to feminine, number one, you have to identify, are you masculine as a woman? And then don't freaking weaponize it. So many people weaponize masculinity like it's a bad thing. No, it's necessary. The most feminine woman still has 10 to 20% masculinity. The most masculine man still has 10 to 20% femininity. It's necessary. It's needed. It's important, you know? So I think that stop wronging yourself for being achievement oriented, but take the armor off when you're getting to know different people. When you're out, if you even like when you're outside at dinner with the girls, there's like a way to be. How are you sitting? Are you the person that's like slouched over and you're just like drinking and whatever? Or are you like, you know, my mom always said, put a broomstick back, you know, shoulders down, chin at 90. These little things are things that men see and it's like, ooh, there's something mysterious. She cares. It's that little bit of essence that will make you feel more feminine, which will attract more masculine. So it's doing those little things. The eye thing, I'm telling you, the look down, look up thing is a thing.
But also, I agree with all those things, but I'm more so talking about how to create a space that permits you to be that way. Like the importance of having your space so safe where you can surrender your masculine armor and flow within your feminine. Like, what does that look like? Does that look like, you know, cooking yourself a nice dinner in like your favorite pair of lingerie and watching Netflix and over a candlelit dinner by yourself? Does that mean cuddling up with your favorite book in your best cozy? And like, what does that look like for a woman who kind of doesn't know what it means to even embrace it?
Yeah, I love this question, Anissa. Yes. Okay, so what I love about the question is it's different for everyone. Like genuinely, what do you desire? I love a good bubble bath. Someone else may be like, that's a waste of time and a waste of water. They may not even have a bathtub, you know, who really, they might be a standing shower type of girl,
right?
You know, so I say that to say you've got to do the things that make you feel soft. I love the idea of cuddling up with a good book. I love a candlelit dinner. I also love all things pretty. Like, what is going to put you in a state of soft? It's not, let me figure out these bills need to get paid. I need to go here. I need to get this done. It's not do. It's be. Who do I need to be in this moment? Maybe it's blasting your favorite playlist and singing to Spice Girls into a spoon. I don't know. Maybe it's, like you said, the candlelit dinner. Maybe it's taking yourself on a date and remembering to sit up straight with your shoulders down and your chin at 90. Maybe it is, having those sweet, loving, funny conversations with the people that you love. And then it also goes to your environment, right?
Right.
We know that a flower can grow from the cement, but it's much easier in a garden. So are the women around you also okay with being in their feminine? Are they going to call you out if you say certain things? Are they going to call you out if you're cussing a little bit too much? Are they going to call you out if it's like, probably wouldn't wear that? Not a great idea. You know, like, are you getting around those types of people, or are you around the people that are like, man, you don't need no man. You can get to the bag, get to the bag, get to the bag. No, get to yourself, get to God, and get you a man.
And I feel like that's what makes you so awesome, Sarah. Like, I always try to give you your flowers when I can, but you are a big part of the evolution of myself. Like, I never wanted to just like figure out what self-care looks like, because I feel like because women have to account for bills, that they don't make their self-care a priority. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and because I only say that because I suffer from that. Like, I'm like, oh, I got all these bill to pay, but I don't think about, man, when was the last time I got my nails done?
Yeah.
When was the last time, like, I bought myself some fresh flowers?
Yeah.
When was the last time I bought a good candle?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to some music, decompress. Like,
yes, because a man is going to treat you how you treat yourself.
Exactly.
And if you aren't doing those things for you, why would anyone else?
And also, if you treat yourself within your masculine, a man is going to treat you within that too.
That's a fact.
So it's like, if you don't take any time to be soft and feminine, you're automatically being masculine.
I know.
And if you act more masculine than feminine, you're going to attract either, like we've said many times, either overly feminine men, or extremely masculine, toxic men.
Yeah. I just feel like we have such a beautiful opportunity to be inside of our feminine as women, or the feminine counterpart, whatever that looks like. And I love that. I feel complete.
Yes.
That was good.
That was a great question.
Okay. Come on, questions.
All right. This was another one too.
Okay.
This was hold on. My phone went off of it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do men get unlazy in dating when females mention providing off the jump?
I don't understand the question. How do men get unlazy when dating when females mention
providing, like, as soon as we meet the first day? Like, I feel like what he's saying, because like, he's a man that if on a first date or second date and a woman talks about like him providing for her, he gets unmotivated immediately and doesn't want to, you see what I'm saying? I feel like that's what that means. Like, how do you not, because I'm just going off of assumption. I'm going to assume that he understands why women are seeking a man who wants to provide.
Okay.
So it's like, so how do you deal with that?
So first and foremost, okay, this is important. Where am I at? Here? Ladies. This is on. We're good. Stop asking the man for things, okay? Especially on the first date. This is what a lot of women are not realizing in 2025. I learned this from my mother, who probably learned it from her mother, who learned it from my big mama, okay? All you have to do is plant a seed, unless you're looking for a dating experience. Let me also give this caveat and this disclaimer. If you're just looking to see what you can get out of a man, if you're just looking for an experience, if you're looking for the trips and bags, I'm not talking to you. But if you actually desire partnership in life, where you want a man to be excited about providing for you, you can have the conversations about what you would like. You can have the conversations about your desires inside of partnership and marriage. All of that is okay. But when you start to ask, what you're actually doing is emasculating that man, because masculine energy that loves you wants to solve a problem. If a man knows and he loves you because you put in the time, not I deserve this because I'm entitled, I deserve this because I've earned it, because I love this person and they love me back. If you are that way, and you show up in a way that is supportive, that is loving, that is nurturing, that is kind, that is feminine, that is flow, and all of these different things, a masculine man or masculine energy is going to say, I want and desire to take care of this woman. So much so, you don't have to ask. The same way that a man shouldn't have to ask you to fulfill certain needs as far as femininity sees the need before it's expressed.
Right.
Masculinity does the same thing for femininity in the sense of tangible ways. We're more intangible, they're more tangible. It just is what it is. So the first part about why are men lazy? Ladies, stop asking for stuff. Women are literally out here like, oh, 1 week. I was just having a conversation with one of my guy friends and he's like, yeah, I met somebody, blah, 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 blah. 1 week, she asked me to help her with her rent. What? And also, can I also just say this? Now, y'all know,
Right.
I believe in being provided for.
Yes, of course.
There's no doubt about it. I believe that a man is to protect and provide. And I don't just mean financially, but I am absolutely including financially. I'm talking about mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and energetically. I believe that a man should provide in those ways. And a woman should too, by the way, but differently. What I mean by this is, ladies, there is nothing more powerful than having your own. And the reason why is because now you get to operate from want versus need. Okay, so if we are operating from a space of need, although I believe that a man should provide for me, please believe right now I provide for myself. Well, right now, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
I'm single, as in not in an exclusive relationship, I provide for myself.
Right.
So a man should desire to want to provide for you. And because I can provide for myself, my question is never, can you please help me pay my rent? Hey, my car just broke down. Can you send me $1,000? Oh, I need to get my hair done in order to go on this date. And this is another thing. Okay, now we're just here we go. I am so sick and tired of women saying, I need you to send me money to get my hair and my nails done. Homegirl, why is your hair and your nails not done? This should be a lifestyle for you. Do you keep yourself? Are you a kept woman or not? You know what I mean? Like the videos that I see on social media, Anissa, with these girls being like, I tried to do it the nice way by telling you I'm gonna go get my nails done and my hair done. Why are they not already done?
I'm so confused. You saw a video like that?
Yeah, I saw a video like that. My friends be sending me stuff that women say, and I'm like, dang, that's crazy. There was literally a video of a woman going off on a man. At first she was like, yeah, I'm really excited for our date. And on this date, I'm about to go get my nails and my hair done so I could be fresh and this, that, and the other. And he was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be there at 7. And then she's like, yeah, I'm about to go get my hair and my nails done. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'll be there to pick you up at like 7 or something. And she was like, Negro, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying not to ask, went off. I'm trying not to ask you, but I'm telling you, I need to go get my hair and my nails done, and you should be sending me the money. I'm sorry. What? Why?
That's insane.
My question is, why is your hair not already done? Even if it gets to the point where it's time to get your hair redone, shouldn't that already be booked?
Right.
I would be damned. This is why you need to make your own money. You need to make your own money so you can maintain yourself, because it goes back to masculinity. They are aesthetic. Okay.
I
Go ahead. Tell me.
I feel like this is a theory that I have.
Okay.
And this is a theory that I'm currently like trying to figure out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like women, a lot of these modern day women who look to men to pay their bills and get their hair and their nails done in the dating process, is because they're realizing that they have a problem. The problem is they want to live a certain way, but the quality of their life doesn't match the lifestyle that they want to live, meaning that they don't have the education nor the skill to get a job, to provide for the lifestyle that they want. So they would rather use their
beauty.
Yeah, because I wasn't about to say that, but yes, they use their beauty as a token to modern day to prostitute.
Yes,
because they don't want to. Because true change is hard. Yeah. Like the amount of work I'm realizing that I have to do for myself just to get to the next level makes me mad.
Damn.
No, not like in a unhealthy, like I'm in the corner like wallowing in sorrow type of mad, but like just angry because a lot of it is due to poor choices that I have to recover from and recoup from. Right. So like a lot of these women who aren't mothers. Right. All they have to do, which is really easier for somebody like me that has to do a lot more work. All they got to do is just get more of an education. put themselves out there more, get different jobs, start somewhere in the field, get a degree in a field where you can get a better job, or open your own business, and then become the person that you need to be successful in that, and then make the money to maintain your life. But that takes a lot of work. And a lot of it.
I hear that. I do. And I know that there are systemic things in place. I know there's oppression in place. I know that there's, neighborhoods where we come from, family stuff. I know that there are things in place that literally make it harder for some people to be successful.
I'm not even talking about that.
I know you're not, but I just want to give that disclaimer. However, I moved from Canada,
right?
Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada,
right?
By myself,
right?
At 20 years old, to the United States of America,
right?
To pursue acting.
I'm sorry.
I am such a cliche. To then slip and fall into entrepreneurship and build the life that I want.
Yeah, Sarah, because I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Right?
But I will say at that time, I was also much more in my masculine.
Exactly.
I was much more in my masculine.
But also your mindset was different. Not everybody,
Not really though.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of people, change is harder to make than most. Like you see what I'm saying? So you saw a milestone, so to speak, because I'm pretty sure you had to go through many, flows, hills and valleys and all the stuff.
Yeah, right? I was crying myself to sleep about how am I going to pay my rent.
Right.
I got sued for $3,500 worth of late fees because when I moved out of 4 years, I paid my rent twice on time. Twice. Okay?
I get it.
So I just get sick and tired of people being
but see, I hear you, right? However, just to play devil's advocate, right?
Okay.
Your milestone could be somebody's Goliath, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it takes a lot more mental bandwidth that you may not have had to be it may take more bandwidth for them than it would you, because you came here determined, ready, in your masculine to succeed
I got into my masculine. I came out here. I came to America green. Okay. I was the girl. When I first moved here, I lived in this townhouse, right? My rent was $782 and I was struggling to pay that. But the whole thing, because there was 3 bedrooms and that was 1/3 of the rent, but it was under my name, right? So I was constantly looking for roommates, number 1. Number 2, there was a homeless lady that lived on the end of the block of my house. I had never seen homeless people before because where I'm from, if you're homeless, you will die. You will freeze to death. Right now, I was talking to my mom this morning. It is minus 38 degrees where I'm from, okay? Winter is no joke, and that's without the wind chill. So wind chill, you're talking probably minus 40s, minus 50s. So with that being said, there are certain things I had never seen before, especially not a homeless woman. She was an older Asian woman. And I remember telling my mom, I said, you know what? I'm green. This is what I'm saying when I say I'm green. I told my mom, I'm going to let this lady come sleep on my couch. And she was like, you can't do that. And I said, well, she doesn't have a home. Like, I might be out here living off of Teddy Grahams and applesauce, but at least I have a roof over my head. So I didn't understand I was so sheltered almost, not sheltered, but sheltered almost. There's a lot of things I had never seen before. I had never experienced before. I didn't fall into my masculine until I was like, you know what? I'm going to build this business. And sometimes as women, we've been hustling. We've been out here making it happen. And now I'm finally in a place where I'm not questioning where's the rent going to come from. I'm in a space of I get to bless my parents every single month. I get to do incredible things with my family because I put in the work beforehand.
I believe, I understand.
Yeah.
And I want to say I agree with you.
Okay, here we go.
Here is my objection.
Come on.
Because I feel like I'm not explaining myself correctly.
No, you are.
I feel, because
what's the objection?
I feel because a lot of people will agree with you, and then there's other people who won't agree with the women who won't agree with you and call you a pick-me because they just genuinely don't understand what it means to have a different type of mindset, right? And I'm thinking it's just
but whose fault is that?
Yeah, I get that, but I'm thinking it's because you were just raised by both of your parents. Like, I feel like,
I just feel like that's such a cop out.
no,
I
I
hate for
don't.
anyone to say that. That's
No,
not
no,
true.
no. I don't. But see here, and I'm not saying, because there's not everybody who's raised by their parents are not good people either. It's so, there's always exceptions to the rule, right? But it's just like, I feel like you have a certain level of morals and ethics, right?
I'll say it more straight, because I feel like you're trying to be nice, and that's okay.
Okay.
I understand that I have certain privileges. Okay. I understand that. Having both parents in the household, that is a privilege.
Mhm.
You know, having a critical thought process overall, that is a privilege in a world where people want you to be sheep. My parents really encouraged me to be a critical thinker, really encouraged me to go out and get it, really encouraged me to question authority and stand strong in who I am. And that for me is probably my biggest gift from my parents, because as an adult, that helped me with leadership, masculine. That helped me with decisiveness, masculine. That helped me with achievement, masculine. That helped me with all of these different things. So my parents really fostered the masculine traits inside of me, but it was me learning the types of men that I wanted that helped me foster the feminine traits inside of me. And being the yin and the yang, you have to have both. And so I feel like for people that are like, I don't have the bandwidth, it's all psychological, and it all goes back to our identity. If you want to stay broke, if you want to stay unhappy, if you want to stay overweight, if you want to say any of the things that you are not happy with in your own life, it is because that is psychologically what you identify with the most. I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he helped a woman lose over 100 pounds in 7 months. And 1 month later, she's gained 27 pounds. 1 month later, she lost over 100 pounds inside of this secluded, staying in one place. And in that, over 100, do you hear me? 100 pounds. She hasn't been this small in over 20 years. Goes back home. Now she gained 27 pounds. The truth is, that's not right. It's not wrong. I'm not here to shame. I'm not body shaming. It is none of that. It is the truth that she identifies more with being heavy. It's just the reality, because she's regulating back to what she believes she deserves, back to who she believes that she is. And it is the same way inside of success. It is the same way inside of femininity. When people say, oh, well, I don't need no man. How's that working out for you? When people say things like, oh, well, I grew up and it's been hard and my life is challenging. Okay, great. How's that story working out for you? Or when people say, oh, well, they have privilege over there, or I'm not a pretty girl, or what? How is that story working out for you? And I just get so frustrated, and excuse me, I know I'm a little passionate right now, but I get so frustrated when people have the audacity to be like, oh, well, I can't because XYZ. The truth is you're choosing not to. The truth is, psychologically, you haven't done the work to shift the way that you identify with yourself. And if you can get to the pinpoint of that, and you can get to the root of that, everything will change in your life. When I realized over 10 years ago that I was at the pinpoint of all of my pain, my entire life changed because of the choices that I made. And I take 100% accountability and 100% responsibility for the choices that I've made in my past, knowing now I can choose different. So I hear you. It grinds my gears. Yes, some things are easier when you have privilege. This is true. However, that doesn't make it easy.
I don't even think I just feel like a lot of people have to resolve and heal from a lot of trauma.
True. But we all do.
Yeah. And I'm not negating that, but a lot of people, and then also the level of ethics and morals people have need to increase, because it's an ethics and moral issue to think that just because a man takes interest in you, he should just pay your bills within like a week. Like, that's insane.
I think it's a self-esteem and a self-worth issue. I think that people don't even see themselves as worth it. So now they're trying to cut corners and be like, well, that's where entitlement comes from. Entitlement is empty. It doesn't come from something that's grounded or rooted in something real. It comes from a level of projection. It comes from trauma. It doesn't come from, I know who I am. I know what I deserve. I have this level of self-worth and self-value and self-love. It comes from, well, you should do this to me because, and then there's no answer. There is no answer to the because why? Why should a man want to pay your bills? What value are you bringing to him? Why should a man want to provide for you energetically, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually? Why? Emotionally. And the truth is, if you never take the time to develop your own self-worth, your own self-esteem, your own self-love, then you don't have answers to those questions, which goes back to, how do you get into your feminine in the first place? you've got to identify, where are you your biggest problem?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at the pinpoint of all of your pain?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you willing to say, you know what, I am a little masculine. Work
Mm-hmm.
with me, baby. And then when you do those things, you can actually create real change.
Yeah,
in my opinion. And I know I'm heated.
It's not even
Okay?
It's not even an opinion, to be honest. I feel like this can be backed by fact when you can admit to yourself. I mean, even with those AA meetings, like the first step is to admitting
you
that you have a
problem.
problem.
Did you know, statistically speaking, that 2 out of 3 people have low self-esteem? 2 out of 3 people, which doesn't just mean you doubt, the world, and the world is against me. You doubt your own potential. You doubt what you're capable of. You doubt who you are. You don't show up big in the world. You're not willing to take up space. It's like, oh, I'm here. So if you're only ever playing small, one thing I can also tell you about masculinity is masculinity does not want small, because that's not good for masculinity's ego, which is funny to say, but it's the truth. They'd want to be able to say, hey, look at me, look what I've accomplished, look what I've got.
Right.
Not, oh yeah, there's nothing. They want to be proud. That's a masculine trait. They're not proud of anyone playing small. So as women, when we take up space and we give ourselves permission to be as big and shine as bright as we possibly can,
right,
don't forget that light is also going to good men. And everything is attracted to the light. So it's up to us to really discern what is for us. We just went on such a random tangent, and I could talk about identity work for life, because that's really like my passion, that masculinity, femininity, all those things. But
get
how do you see
ebook,
yourself?
guys.
Yeah, just how do you see yourself? Sorry, I'm frustrated.
All right,
was that so tangenty?
No, I don't think it was, because I felt like I just wanted to make sure that I was like articulating what I was trying to say.
Yeah, because there's someone with 100% worse circumstances that has a better life than those complaining.
I just feel like
because they chose not to give into the excuse.
Yeah, and discipline is a thing, because you have to be disciplined.
It's a form of self-love.
Yeah. Because I'm literally going through the highs and the lows of like motivation and discipline. Like, I have to go to the gym today.
Yeah.
Because I only went to the gym like once or twice last week, and I'm like, bro, I got to get back in the groove.
Yeah.
Like, true enough, I've been productive. I've been getting things done. I've been making a little money, but it's just like, no, I have to prioritize me.
And that in itself, number one, is such a beautiful accomplishment, being able to say, I have to prioritize me. Where am I at, Kenny? Am I here? Here? Ladies, and thank you for saying that, Anissa.
Right.
You have to prioritize yourself. If you want to attract the best man that you could possibly attract, and whether that be you want a man that wants to provide for you, and you know what, let's even throw the man away. Let's not even talk about the man. Let's just talk about you. When you become the best version of you for you under God, you shine different. You are different. You love yourself different. You're allowed to be unapologetic. And I don't want unapologetic to be confused with rude or disrespectful, but unapologetic in the way where biases, judgments, outside norms, environment, they can't change the way you feel about you, because your integrity and barometer with self and God is so strong that you're willing to be an outsider. You're willing to be like, yo, I love that for you, but that's not the case for me. And when you can live inside of your truth, oh my God, life is just, it's like the Claritin commercial. It's like a whole new world. It's a whole different thing when you, Little Mermaid, cute Little Mermaid, okay? It is completely different when you're able to prioritize yourself. That is one of the highest forms of self-love, self-discipline, self-control, self-respect. I used to have this ultimate love guide. Maybe we need to put that out there. How to love yourself. There are 7 ways that are tangible that you can start, self-appreciation, that you can start to love yourself today. We got to get that.
Do we have a new ebook coming?
I mean, it's already done.
Oh.
I used to have, we just gotta, well, yeah, we gotta, okay, we right here now, because now, all the things are connecting. So yeah, I'm like, hey, okay, we gotta make it.
Because because seriously, like, okay, because this goes so deep, right? Because
it is so deep.
Yeah, and like, coming from me being a tomboy raised in chaos in a single parent household with, dealing with abuse and stuff like that. Like, I have to learn everything. Like, of course, this is a choice. I don't, what I'm saying? Nobody's making me do it because I want to, because, I want to attract a certain level of man and woman in my life. Like,
Yes.
this is beyond like a man thing. Like, the people
Yeah,
that I
it's not
want
about
in
a
my life.
partner.
Yeah, it's the people that I want to be around me. They need to be
100.
right, and like high value people.
Striving, because
Yeah.
we're never at 100.
Yeah,
But
no, but high value, high functioning
people,
high vibrational people.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
And also, ladies, get some lady-like women around you.
Yes.
Because it's one thing to be high value. It's one thing to be, high functioning. Those can be very masculine. You've got to get ladylike people around you that are going to check you on how you sit. What were you about to say?
I was about to say, because me and Athena, what's up, Athena? If you listening to this, we be depending on Sarah. They be like, hey, how we say this? hey, Sarah. As soon as Sarah says, I'm gonna give some stuff away, me and Athena like, wait a minute,
I'm giving everything away. I need to do a massive purge.
Check with us first.
I am purging so much.
Because me and Athena, we're like the tomboys of the crew. Like, we're very much like.
I could still tomboy now.
I don't believe you.
Whoa.
I've never seen.
You've never seen me in like baggy pants with the oversized tee with the jewelry and the dark lip?
Girl, hell no. I've never seen that.
What?
I'm not going to say you can't, but I honestly think you're going to be trying to do something that you're not. I feel judged. I feel like I'm slick giving you a compliment. I've just never seen. I think I would laugh. I think you would be trying to put on.
No,
I just
no
kidding. And would I be lying if Sarah? Listen.
Could you see me as a tomboy?
Hell no. Like, it would be.
I am attacked
when hell freezes over. That's when we.
Okay. So first of all, because now I feel like your girl's athletic. First of all,
okay.
You don't think I'm athletic?
I didn't say
you
that.
You see me in the gym, Anissa.
I didn't say that.
Oh, she's coming from my neck right now.
I didn't. You're fit. You're in shape.
I'm athletic.
I've never seen you shoot a basketball before.
Oh, I could play for real. You see? First of all, do we need to go back to this? Do you see this wingspan?
Just because you got the wingspan like an eagle doesn't mean
girl, I could shoot. I could play. It's been a long time. But when I was in high school, so we call it junior and senior. Y'all call it something in varsity.
JV. Okay, and varsity.
So JV. In grade 10, which I think is your sophomore, or is that junior?
That's sophomore.
So in grade 10, I was on the senior team. So in sophomore year, I played varsity.
Okay.
I was really good. And then I chose dance.
And what sport?
Basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was a 4 because I'm aggressive.
How long ago was that, Sarah?
First of all, do you know how long ago high school was? And then I chose dance. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
And I was a professional cheerleader for like 3 years. Captain 2 out of my 3.
Oh my God.
I got to throw that out there because I'm a leader.
That's when the tomboy phase ended.
Right. Yeah, it is.
The basketball, it lasted 1 year.
No, it was 4 years.
Girl ever since.
Well, really, I started we don't have middle school. We have K to 8.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You are
aggressive
in the gym.
Period.
Sarah would have Sarah would have me and Athena ready to strangle her.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "Get down!" I'll slap the back of your knees.
Our legs. I remember one time she made me buckle. I almost had a reflex on you because it's like
get down, hold it. Don't you quit.
Those results though was crazy. I stole that one of your work. It's in my warm up every day.
Period.
No little
period.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Good knees over
have
here.
friends that can help you become girly and that will also hold you accountable. But also hold you accountable in the gym and all the other things.
Period.
Sarah's the friend that I didn't know that I needed.
That. Even though Anise tried to play me real quick.
No, I didn't.
She tried to say you ain't athletic.
I didn't say you wasn't athletic.
You can't pull off no tomboy, girl. I can pull off any look.
See, your level of tomboy and my level of tomboys are two different levels.
I'm just gonna have makeup on.
That's not tomboyish, Sarah.
I agree, but the outfit,
Sarah.
I do the outfits though, because my outfits be outfitting.
That's fine and that's cute, but that's just like very much TLC, and I don't think
Yeah, yes.
But that's not.
Call me Lisa Ray, except not.
That's not what
Left Eye.
What?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez. That's what I meant to say, and then I said Lisa Ray.
I
I
was
don't
about
know
to say,
what just happened there.
What?
You know, my brain sometimes squirrel. Okay, I feel complete.
You know what? Let's just move on here. Let's just move on. It's fine. Man, yes.
I got some heat. I could do tomboyish. Okay, we're ready. What's the next question? We've been tangenty this whole episode. Wow.
I feel like this is because it's been a while, y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're doing a good job. You guys are doing great.
Yay. This is a good one.
Okay, I love good ones.
If a woman submits to the wrong man, whose fault is that?
No, I said 100% responsibility, 100% accountability. I have submitted to the wrong man, and it was absolutely my fault. And it was my fault because I was operating from a space of rush. I was operating from a space of, I want to get married. I want to get married. I want to get married. I was falling subject and victim to societal norms and biases instead of really trusting my heart and for how someone was showing up in my life. And so for that, I have to take responsibility. It's easy to say, well, it was his fault because he showed himself to be something that he wasn't. But intuitively, as a woman, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know when this person makes sense and when they don't. We know when it seems genuine and when it doesn't. And even if they are incredible actors, within like the 6-month period, you gonna learn.
Yeah.
I think it takes about six months I think it only takes 6 months for a man to decide whether a woman is his wife or not. Whether he proposes or not is a different story. But I think within 6 months, you can't have a representative anymore.
Yeah. You can only hide your tail for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have a representative. I feel like I'm at a point where I say all of the things and I ask all of the questions, and I'm so okay with you not liking the real me.
I think you have a representative, but not in a bad way.
No, not with my close people, and not when I'm getting to know people. I think when I go out, I'm obviously not going to give you like the real raw, like, oh, this is what I'm battling through right now, which I don't think is a representative. It's just boundaries. I don't let everybody in to me close, but my close people, I don't have no representative. In a way, I don't where, how.
I think that's where the confusion was with me and you first got acquainted. I was like, is she really, like, I was so.
What do you mean?
Like, because like you said, like when you're out and about, you're not like
at boundaries.
You're raw self. And then like when I got close to you, I was like, is this the same person? Like, not is this the same person, but it's just like, I didn't think that you would be as cool as you were.
Oh.
I thought you were going to be a mean girl. No cat. I thought, I promise you, I just knew it. Like, I just, you were just not like that.
Girls. I go to war against mean girls.
Yeah, I know that now, but outside looking in, like just from the beginning, like remembering, I just was so confused.
I am a walking contradiction.
Yeah, like it made my head scratch. I was like, I never. You are a rare one.
Thank you.
That's why
it's an us thing.
Right. That's why I slit somebody's throat for Sarah.
I receive that. It's an us thing.
It's an us thing.
We got us.
But also agree about it being the lady's fault. Like, it's her fault, because any woman who's submitted to the wrong man is always our fault.
We gotta why, like, we gotta start taking accountability. Like, us as women, I don't know why we sprint or hide from that word so much,
because we have to admit that we're wrong.
Why is that so hard?
Because nobody wants to be wrong.
Yeah, but would you rather be wrong or would you rather be happy?
I would rather be wrong, Sarah.
Oh no, I want to be happy. It's okay. But this is the question. Like, where is the ego so big that you can't just be like, dang?
Because
like,
if I admit that I am wrong, that means that I have to be embarrassed of my actions, and then I have to change.
But why would you have to be embarrassed? Now, the change part I can understand. People are terrified of change. I agree with that. But embarrassed? No, like, it all happened. And this is another reason why prioritizing yourself, get to knowing yourself, and operating from your own integrity is so important, because if you do something and you're embarrassed, that means you are probably out of integrity with yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
But if you're
yeah.
in integrity with yourself,
not at all.
it doesn't matter. So for me, there's literally no one could, if you brought up my deepest, darkest secrets, and I don't have many, to be completely honest, but even if you brought those up, okay?
Yeah.
I'm so in integrity with myself. Like I'm really over here like, damn.
I don't even think people understand what
be?
that means, because I feel like a lot of times people do negative things to themselves and to others because they feel like they're not going to ever be caught or called out on it. Because that's when people get caught, and then they start to feel guilty, and then they act out, and you know, they play the victim role, is because they really feel ashamed, and they don't want to, like, playing the victim is how they take less accountability or no accountability at all for their actions.
It's giving no.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's giving, you know, playing victim. I can't stand no victim playing person. Ooh, especially as a man. Ugh, there's nothing more unattractive to me than a man that doesn't take accountability.
Yep, you're right. I'm the problem. I'm shut up. Yeah, you are.
Or the gaslighting. That's gaslighting to me. Like, that's like, no.
Everything is always my fault.
Okay.
I can never do anything right.
Ooh,
I'm not perfect. Excuse me for not being perfect.
That just brought me back to like my younger days of dating, where people used to say stuff like that. And I'd be like, do you want to get punched in the face? Like, in my mind, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, I feel complete.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is your response to people gaslighting their accountability by saying, sorry for not being perfect? I'm sorry. I'm just being human. I'm just human.
I don't have any of those people in my life, to be honest.
I feel you, but it's just like, what
would be a response for that? Like, I'm sorry. There's so much trauma laced inside of that conversation. There's so much projection. There's so much my brain can't even, like, oh sheesh, I'm frustrated already just thinking about it. Like, sorry, I'm not perfect. That's condescending. That's contemptuous. That is Dr. Gottman. That is one of the 4 horsemen.
What do you
mean?
You're
placing yourself above me, because what you're really saying is, oh, I'm not perfect like you. Oh, you think you're perfect? You think you don't make mistakes? You think that I'm just supposed to do everything right? Yeah, that's contempt. And so it's like, I don't deal with contemptuous people. I don't put myself above anyone. Don't put anyone else above me. It's really, it's not even a book. It's like studies over decades. It's so much research over decades. And so for me, if someone is going to gaslight me in a way of like, sorry, I'm not perfect. Oh, you know what? I only have perfect people around me. Gots to go. I would just be so sarcastic, and I don't want anyone that pulls me into that character or energy anyway. So I don't have those people around me. I feel complete. Do you feel complete?
I do feel complete.
Okay.
You have more questions?
Okay. I love questions.
Do women truly want men to lead, or do they want to control how he leads?
Oh, there's 2 parts of this question.
I'm ready for both.
The first part is, most women want women out of men because that's what they relate to the best.
Wait.
And most men want men out of women because that's what they relate to the best. But if you are moving, if you're moving inside of the yin and the yang of the masculine and the feminine, then you would want your woman to be a woman as a man, and you would want your man to be a man as a woman. But unfortunately, most people are not self-aware enough. The way that you're thinking right now, I just see the math happening in your brain. The way that most women that are unaware, or entitled women, or modern day women, and I'm talking about the term modern day, not modern because we're in modern times, the way that they want their men to show up is how they would want them to show up, because they haven't released control, because they're actually still very much inside of their masculine. So as an example, we just did a podcast, spoke on another podcast, and oftentimes men pull women out of their feminine into their masculine, and women want to pull men out of their masculine into their feminine. They want them to feel, they want to know all of the things, because femininity ultimately is always testing for, do you love me? Do you appreciate me? Are you here? Are you present? It's all a test. And so I was having a conversation, shout out to you, Willie, shout out to you, Willie, on the Love You More show.
Hey, Willie.
Yes, we were having a conversation about a perfect example of, let's say, a man and a woman. Femininity does not keep track of anything. Femininity very much lives in the now. Masculinity lives based off of the track, right? What has been said or done in the past. So as an example, let's say that a man wants to lead and he's been doing a perfect job at leading. He is paying the bills. He is, XYZ. But the moment that he's not able to do that, she's like, oh my God, does he love me? Am I safe? What's going to happen? What's going on? Oh my God, why we're disconnected? All of these things are happening because she feels the now. Whereas he is very much like, I've been paying every bill. I've been doing all the things. I've been showing up powerfully, but something happened and now there's a change. Look at my track record. And so what happens is he gets upset with her because he's like, don't you see all the stuff that I've done in the past? Instead of meeting her where she's at. True leadership is able to see that feminine energy is overreacting and saying, baby, I can understand that this is scary right now. And I'm really sorry that you feel that way. And I'm going to figure this out. But this is what has to happen right now, X, Y, Z. So instead of now, when you say, don't you see that I did the whatever? Now you're pulling her into her masculine. Oh, well, no, I don't see it. And I don't want to hear about before. I want to hear about right now. And right now, X, Y, Z. So I think when people understand that femininity lives in the now and masculinity almost lives via track record, both are trying to pull each other into something that they're not. So most women say that they want their man to lead, but don't feel comfortable to give it to him. That's just the reality for most people.
My mind went so many different ways.
Okay.
Oh, okay. My mind went so many different ways, and what you first said in the beginning, you were saying that women want their men to be feminine, and men want their women to be masculine.
No, men want a man out of a woman.
Yeah.
Men want women to be logical. Women want their men to be emotional.
Right. That's yeah. That right there.
And that goes against the nature of who we are.
Right. I feel like because of that right there, like that's what makes that's what work is in a relationship in a way. Because when after I've done the self-care and the work and all of the things, I still have to put myself out there and be logical enough but also be logical enough, but also be feminine enough to create a safe space to make him pull out his feminine side to be emotional with me, and also him creating a safe space where I can put my hair down, but also be myself and kind of like a little girl again, but also still flow within my logic. Like it is an act of surrender that both people have to do. But I feel like those traits are godlike. That's not something that people can do out of the carnality of who they are.
Well, I think most people naturally are not that way.
Of course.
Honestly, for me, I feel like I'm far more logical than I am emotional. Because, and it's weird, I'm telling you, in a lot of different ways, I'm probably like 45-55 masculinity. It just depends on like where I am. Because
I can,
for me, okay. I'm looking at your track record. I'll be like, oh, okay, no problem. Which is why I don't take things personal. Femininity takes things personal because everything is in the now. You said you were going to pick up the kids, and now I have to go pick up the kids and get dinner and do all of these things. It's like, dang, I'm taking everything personal. Logic says, you know what? You forgot. I understand that you forgot. It's not your fault. You've had a long day. I've had a long day. I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. Let's make it better together. But most women are not logical. They're emotional.
Right.
We're wired that way.
Right.
I think for me, and actually one of the reasons why this podcast is going the way that it goes is because I'm a woman that thinks more logically than emotionally.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I might be saying all the things in my mind, but logically, am I really upset with you or am I upset with myself?
I feel like that's another reason why a lot of modern day women seem stuck in their ways, because I feel like when you finally look in the mirror at yourself and you realize you don't like what you see,
Mm-hmm.
and then you realize that all this projected anger that you have is really like it's an outward projection of how you feel about yourself. And then besides being stuck there,
Mm-hmm.
like feel like be angry that you're angry at yourself. Like I that's literally where I am right now. Like I was talking to one of the ministers at my church and I was like, I'm not angry at God, I'm angry at me, because I got all these things that I need to do to change and to be better. And a lot of people don't want to do that.
Well, that's logic. A lot of women definitely don't want to do that because they want to be in their emotion. And it's okay to have emotions, just don't let them run your life. And a lot of women will surrender a great man because they can't get a hold of their emotions. A lot of women would rather be wrathful and angry and project, and this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you're doing wrong, instead of acknowledging what that man does do right. And the truth of the matter is, the more that you celebrate someone for the good things that they do have, the better they become at it and they develop more, because now they're inspired to be more, do more, have more for the both of you. But most times, especially beautiful women, oh my gosh, it's like a thing where it's like, I'm beautiful, so you have to show up XYZ, but they don't have the character to substantiate
yeah,
that.
they think they have pretty privilege.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
and that's okay. It's a privilege for right now, but you're gonna be recycled, worn out, and raggedy in the future. And that's the thing. When you live in the now, you're not thinking about the result that you want in the future. But it's also very feminine. And so true masculinity has to understand that femininity in its wholeness leans on masculinity, which means that person that is the masculine partner in the relationship has to have capacity, not just for themselves, but for this woman that really is like the ocean.
Right.
It's constant flow. And if you can't show up in that way as a man or as the masculine partner, then you don't want a feminine woman. A lot of men think that they want feminine women, but they don't, because it's responsibility. It's heavy. Do you have strength for me?
Do you have the tools to nurture the garden that I possess?
And it's so much more than just the garden. It's so much more than just the garden. Now, this is the thing. When you work with the ocean, you can fish here, you can swim here, you can boat here, you can do so many different things, but don't let there be a tsunami. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally so many different things. And so for the masculine partner in a relationship, I would just really encourage a man to stop trying to pull the logic out of her. Here we go. The way to get any woman to stop being so emotional is to meet her where she's at and then pull her out. But if you miss the part where you meet her where she's at, it's just going to get worse.
What do you mean by meet her where she's at? What does that look like?
Okay, let's role play. Let's say, as an example, you're the woman and I'm the man. Okay?
Okay.
And I have forgotten to pick up eggs. And I was supposed to pick up eggs so that you could cook dinner. And I forgot. And I need you to give me the hardest time. You know, you've had a long day. The kids have been crying, whatever it is. And I forgot to pick up the eggs. And now you got to go pick up the eggs because now I'm tired. I've had a long day at work. I'm trying to pay the bills. So we're going to do what usually happens. And then we'll do the role play of how it could happen. So give me a hard time. Hey, babe, how was your day?
Oh, it was great. I'm a little tired. Did you get those eggs? Did you remember to get the eggs?
Oh, dang. I forgot.
You forgot.
I forgot. I'm sorry, babe. My day was so long. I was in the office. I was, doing what I do. I forgot.
So my day wasn't long?
No, I'm not saying my day was just real. I just forgot the eggs, babe. Dang. You know, I got to pay for this house. I pay for the eggs. I take care of the kids. I do all of this. Like,
I too take care of the kids and I take care of the house. I make sure this house functions while you can go to work to pay the bills. And I just asked you to get me a $3 carton of eggs.
I forgot the eggs, babe. Dang. So then it keeps going.
Right.
Now we're both getting more and more into our masculine. And I actually love that, because you pause to think about what you would say, but that's really what happens. Now it's like the dragon is waking up inside of us. Now we have to switch from being in our soft feminine So now we're coming up into our masculine. Yes, period. All I asked you for was for one thing. You can't even get the eggs. And now I got to get up. I got to go. And it's all of these different things.
I'm tired. I take care of your big-headed kids. They've been crying around this house, running around. They mess up the house as soon as I clean it. I'm sick of y'all.
Right. So that's what it turns into, right? Because feminine is emotional. Men are logical. Like, dang, babe, don't you see? I pay the bills. He's trying to. This is what a man is doing. He's trying to plead his case. Why are you making such a big deal out of these eggs? I do everything around here. I pay for the house. So he's trying to run through logic.
You do everything around here?
Now she just feels disrespected, right?
So I don't do nothing.
Right, exactly. So now masculine and masculine does this. They do not like each other. So now let's replay this. I'm going to meet you where you're at. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, babe, how was your day?
Oh, it was good. I'm just a little tired. You know, these kids, they drain me.
No.
Do you remember to get those eggs from the store?
Dang, baby, I forgot. You know what? I'm really tired. I had a really long day, but let me go get those eggs right now. Or actually, are you okay if I Instacart them? I had a crazy day. I could Instacart them right now, or I could run and I get them.
You know what, babe? I really do appreciate it. You can just Instacart it.
Okay, great.
You can wait
you
a
need
little
anything else? I'm an Instacart. You need anything else?
You know what? I would love a bottle of wine.
Boom. Okay, great. So now what we've done is, instead of being like, this is what I do for you, don't you see how great I am? It's like, dang, I did mess up. And for a woman, men, where am I at? Pardon me. This is important. Men, okay? I need you to know that a lot of times you think that women aren't giving you any grace, and it's because there's a lack of accountability. We know all of the ways that you're great, and we don't need you to run down a list of all the ways that you show up in this relationship. We need you to acknowledge where you fell short. And the moment that you acknowledge where you fell short and you offer a solution, that woman will immediately start to come back in her emotion. Now, if your pattern is emotional, she's in her masculine, now you guys are arguing, it will take time, obviously, to refix the pattern that you guys have had, which is going to take work, which takes intention. But if you are just now starting in a relationship, just acknowledge where you're wrong. You know, we know you didn't mean to forget the eggs. We know you didn't mean to do XYZ, whatever it was. However, in that moment, femininity does not keep track. Femininity lives in the now. So how can you meet her where she's at to allow her to get out of that feeling where you both can bridge the gap back to one another? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
This was like a long tangenty episode, but I feel good about it.
I do too.
Do we want to do one more question, or do we feel complete? Kenny's like, wrap it up. He just gave us the wrap up sign. It's time to wrap it up.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just work here. You know, I'm clearly the employee. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Major shout out to Shot by Anissa on the mic. What's up, baby girl?
Hey, Sarah girl.
What's up?
What's up, girl?
Check her out on Instagram. We got Who Is Kenny V over here. What's up, Kenny?
Oh.
Thank you for getting us. He keeps us on point. They keep keeping us me on. They keep me on point, y'all. And if no one has told you today, you are freaking phenomenal. Bomb.com. Nothing can stop you but you got to do something about it. Oh, also, if you have not yet, please hit that button below. Get subscribed. Hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. Send this to some friends because it's all about growth and evolution. And if you like this episode, please let us know in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.